Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of The Healthy Us, Meet the Grays. So in this episode, I'm now going to take you to your next step. Your first step was inventory. Your next step is planning. And I know you're probably thinking, yeah, I did this inventory, and most of you probably didn't even go through all the cabinets, the fridge, the refrigerator, the deep freezer out there, all those places you have food, and actually make a full inventory. It's really important. Remember, part of what we do is saving you money. So we need to know what you have. Most people go out, I'd say 98% of the people go out to the grocery store without planning, and they buy things they already have. So a good coach, mentor, friend of mine had some great financial principles, and one of them was being faithful over the little. So you've inventoried. Now, what do you do with that list, right? So of course my list isn't long. It's just an example, so you know your next step. You do your inventory. I inventory every week. Yes, I shop every week. I save more money that way. So I shop every week, and I have to then, after my inventory, come up with a menu, right? So this is how I do it. I start out creating a menu. Now, it looks something like this. Yours could totally be different, but this, again, is an example of what you can do. So I start out, we all have 7 days in a week. And in those 7 days, most of you eat breakfast, lunch, or dinner. I eat lunch and dinner. So I will do dinners here, and then I'll come up with a breakfast option or two for those people who don't like the same thing. Me personally, save money and time, I can eat the same thing. A lot of times you just make it look different and it tastes different and your brain thinks it's something different. So over here, I write my dinners. Here, I write breakfast options, and I generally give myself 2. Lunch options, I'll give myself 2. And I know some of you like snacks. And I usually give myself 2. So now I have variety, but I'm not buying a whole bunch. Does that make sense? So for instance, in my refrigerator, I had chicken thighs. Let's say I had 2 packs. So I know 2 days I can do something with chicken. Depending upon how many people you feed, it could actually be 3 days. So I would then say, okay, excuse me, I have chicken thighs. So I could do some kind of chicken here. So I'm just gonna write chicken, and then maybe here do something with chicken, right? Depending upon how much you have and who you're feeding. And then if I had leftover, I could add it over here and make some chicken salad for lunch. So if you get packs of chicken, let's say you have 6 to 8 pieces in them, and you have 2 people to feed, you don't need that much chicken. So you can have 2 meals with chicken and chicken salad. So now I cross that off my list. That was already in my fridge. Then I have ground beef. So let's say I have a pack of ground beef. I usually use 1 pound of ground beef for 4 people. So I could say, okay, on this day, I'll have a dish with ground beef. Okay, this is just notes for myself right now. That cross that off. I also have bacon in my fridge. So I'm gonna put that here because I think I want to use it here, and then depending upon how much I have, I can also use it here, right? So you see how I'm using what I have first, and then I'll go back in and fill in what's missing. It says that I have cabbage, I have broccoli, I have a cucumber, and I have blueberries. So I'll put the cucumber over here in my lunch. Blueberries I'll put for breakfast, and I'll put blueberries for snacks as well. So that generally would have used up that container. I'm gonna put broccoli here at one of these dishes. And actually, I could put some broccoli here under one of my snacks, all right? I have a cucumber. I put that there so I can scratch it off my list, blueberries. Then it says I have almond flour, I have chickpeas, and I have an onion, okay? So let me tell you what I would do with that. So for chickpeas, my second option, so my first option was chicken salad. My second option could have chickpeas in it. So I'm using those up. I cross those off. And then I have an onion and I have almond flour. So almond flour I can use in my lunch, and I'll tell you how. And almond flour, if you do breakfast, you can also do breakfast. Just to give you an idea of where it would be used. And then I could use almond flour in my snacks. Okay? So basically what I've started, I've done my inventory and I'm using what's in my inventory to create my menu for the week. So now it looks like I could possibly, I have ground beef here, chicken and broccoli here, bacon here. So this is what I would do. So I would go here and based on what I have, I'd be like, oh, I could make burgers here. And I could have with, since I have ground beef, I could do burgers with caramelized onions. Oops, it needs to be dry. Hold please. So caramelized onions, right? And I could have steamed broccoli with that because I had broccoli somewhere and I may not use it all there. So there's one dinner. Chicken here. I could do barbecue if I have barbecue sauce at the house. I could do a buffalo, right? And then I could do sauteed cabbage here. And depending upon what else I might have in the house, I could do cauliflower mash, right? So that's 2 dinners. Go here, chicken and broccoli. That's just like the Chinese chicken and broccoli. So you have your ingredients. For the bacon, on the Saturday, I already have almond flour. So I'll put bacon and cheese pizza. And we have an amazing pizza crust that we make out of almond flour. So now I have 1, 2, 3, 4 meals over here. So I'm just filling in 3 more meals here. Over here with the bacon, perhaps you want bacon, you can do, and biscuits. And I have some great keto biscuits that you can make with the almond flour and blueberries for breakfast. You can make a bacon, egg, and cheese biscuit if you want, so that could be your second option. Or you can decide to have a protein shake and then have your side of fruit. So you have 2 options there. For your lunch, we have the first option is chicken salad. Second option, I do chickpeas and I have cucumbers that are sliced. I'll add olives, onion, feta, and if you guys like meat, you can add chicken, which you already have right there. So I have 2 lunch options. For snack, you can have broccoli with hummus or ranch. You can make almond flour cookies, right? Using the stuff you already have. Or you can just have a side of blueberries and a chocolate bar. For me, it's Lily's, right? So you have snack options. So let me go back and say, okay, what else can I make that's pretty easy for dinner and inexpensive? So here, I might make stuffed spaghetti squash, right? Perfect. We have a burger, we have chicken and cauliflower and like a sauteed cabbage. Maybe this day we'll do tacos, right? And we could do black beans. And then for Sunday, you could choose to do leftovers because you're bound to have some leftovers, or you could choose it as your eat out day. All right. So what I've just done, I've taken my menu, my inventory, and I've created my menu for the week. So based on that, when I go back through, I'm looking at the things that I don't have. So I don't have spaghetti squash, so I'll need that. I have the ground beef for the burgers. I have onions. I have broccoli, so I have everything there. We have the chicken. We have sauteed cabbage. We don't have the cauliflower rice. So those are 2 things that I need right now. We have chicken and broccoli here. We don't have taco shells. We don't have black beans. Let me make those in red so you can see what I'm doing here. We don't have the cauliflower rice and we don't have the squash. We have chicken and broccoli, we have bacon. We might not have the cheese, so I'm gonna put the line there, and leftovers, of course, you have. We had chickpeas already, we don't have the olives, we don't have the feta, and protein shake, we'll assume that you have the bacon, the blueberries. And so where I can infer like things that you will need, with the cookies, you'll need like butter, you'll need eggs. And so if you don't have those, so the red things then become your grocery list. So you're not going and buying all of this stuff, right? Just the areas that are in red. Look at that. And possibly adding eggs, butter to your list. So when you go grocery shopping, remember, we're saving money. We've just inventory. We're using what we have, right? You're thinking, well, for the burgers, what bun am I going to use? Well, first of all, you don't have to use a bun. You can lettuce wrap it. Or these amazing, there's an amazing biscuit that you can make or roll keto, and you have the ingredients already. So my grocery list would consist of the red items. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 items at the grocery store that you need to make this week's worth of meals. That's how you do it. It's that simple. Inventory, menu plan, and then from the menu plan, now I'm going to make my grocery list. And that's going to be on the next episode of The Healthy Us. Meet the Grays. Ciao.